You may have heard that eating a lot of eggs after age 60 will stop muscle loss, but that's not really true. Eggs are not the best source of protein. Most seniors don't know that eggs can raise cholesterol in the blood. Too much cholesterol can block your arteries, make them tighter, and raise the chance of heart attacks or strokes. This risk is even bigger for people over 60. The U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA, has shown that eggs don't even make the top 10 list of foods with the highest protein per 100 grams. There are many other foods, including some plant-based ones, that give way more protein. So the old idea that eggs are the king of protein is outdated. The truth is, big companies, like poultry farmers, food lobbyists, and supplement makers, don't want seniors to know this. If people found out, they might stop spending so much money on eggs and costly supplements. These companies make less money when seniors choose better, cheaper, and healthier protein sources that actually work. But here's the good news. Once seniors know the truth, they can protect their heart, keep their muscles strong, and save money all at the same time. In this video, I'm going to share the top 5 little-known but tasty protein sources that most dietitians never talk about. Number 3 on the list has 5 times more protein than the same amount of eggs. And number 5, it has 10 times more protein, making it the strongest protein source in the world right now. Scientists are studying it every single day. These 5 foods can help lower your risk of muscle loss, strokes, and heart problems, and you can start seeing results in less than a month. You'll definitely want to stay until the end, because what I reveal could truly change your health. Now you might be asking, who is this guy, and why should I listen to him? My name is Dr. Hillman. I've been a doctor for over 25 years, focusing on senior health, muscle strength, and nutrition. I've helped thousands of people regain their energy and strength with these exact foods. I've seen incredible results, and now I want to share them with you too. So let's make this personal. Comment below with your age and where you're watching from. I'll be reading and replying to your questions myself. And if this video is already opening your eyes, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss my next muscle strengthening tips. I've also created a 30-day muscle recovery meal plan that includes all of these powerful protein foods. You can find the link to it in the pinned comment below. Alright, let's get started. Protein source number 1. Pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds may be small and flat, but they are loaded with protein. Just 100 grams of pumpkin seeds gives you around 30 to 35 grams of protein, more than double what you get from the same amount of eggs, which only give about 13 grams. But it doesn't stop there. Pumpkin seeds are also packed with magnesium, zinc, iron, phosphorus, manganese, healthy fats, fiber, tryptophan, antioxidants, and B vitamins. Together, these nutrients support strong muscles, steady blood pressure, a healthy immune system, better sleep, and less inflammation. For older adults, this is huge. Pumpkin seeds help keep muscle mass, improve recovery, and reduce joint and body aches. In fact, a large study in the US showed that over 45% of seniors suffer from muscle loss, also called sarcopenia. The same study found that adding more plant-based protein, like the kind found in pumpkin seeds, was linked to better strength and performance. Take Walter, for example. He's 76 and lives in Helena, Montana. For decades, Walter worked as a park ranger, leading tours and teaching kids about nature. Even after retiring, he stayed busy, volunteering at a local school twice a week. But after following his dietitian's advice to eat 4 to 6 eggs a day, he noticed his body getting weaker and thinner. When he finally went to the hospital, tests revealed something surprising. He was already showing signs of muscle loss. At the clinic, the nutrition team looked at Walter's diet. They explained kindly that while eggs are okay, they aren't the best or most efficient protein source for someone his age. Instead, they suggested he start adding pumpkin seeds to his meals. Walter gave it a try. After 8 weeks, he went back for a checkup, and the results were amazing. His cholesterol had dropped, his inflammation was down, and his muscle mass had gone up. He felt more energetic, walked more easily, and got back to enjoying the things he loved, like gardening and leading nature hikes for kids. For seniors, just a handful of pumpkin seeds a day, about 28 grams, can make a difference. They're easy to use too. For breakfast, blend pumpkin seeds, yogurt, berries, banana, and milk until smooth. Pour into a bowl and top with 1 tablespoon pumpkin seeds, a few fresh berries, and a sprinkle of oats. This would get you 25-gram protein, magnesium for muscle contraction, and antioxidants for recovery. For lunch, bake a salmon fillet brushed with olive oil, garlic powder, and black pepper. Then press crushed pumpkin seeds on top to form a crust. Serve with cooked quinoa and steamed spinach, and squeeze a little lemon juice over everything. This would get you 40-gram protein, omega-3 fatty acids for joint health, zinc for immune support, and iron for better oxygen flow to muscles. For dinner, grill or bake chicken breast seasoned with olive oil, oregano, and pepper. Then slice and top with a homemade pesto made from pumpkin seeds, garlic, olive oil, lemon juice, and basil. Serve alongside roasted zucchini, bell peppers, and carrots. This would get you 45-gram protein, magnesium, and healthy fats for muscle recovery, and vitamins from colorful vegetables to reduce inflammation. Now let's move on to the next protein source. This one is probably sitting in your kitchen right now, and you might not realize it's one of the healthiest proteins for seniors. Protein source number 2, tempeh. Tempeh is a firm, cake-like food made from fermented soybeans. It has a mild, nutty taste and a chewy texture that makes it very satisfying to eat. Just 100 grams of tempeh gives you about 19 to 21 grams of protein, which is 6 to 8 grams more than the same amount of eggs. But the benefits don't stop at protein. Tempeh is also full of important nutrients like riboflavin, niacin, magnesium, phosphorus, and manganese. Plus, it provides iron, calcium, B vitamins, fiber, and probiotics from the fermentation process, all of which support healthy muscles, bones, digestion, and overall strength. For seniors, tempeh is especially powerful because it's a complete protein, meaning it has all the amino acids your body needs to repair and build muscle. Research shows that adding tempeh to the diet can help older adults with muscle loss, sarcopenia, not only keep their strength, but sometimes even regain it. In one study, older women saw big improvements in hand grip strength, leg power, and muscle size in just 12 weeks. Let's look at Martha's story. Martha is 72 and lives in Savannah, Georgia. She spent most of her life as a school librarian and enjoyed simple hobbies like gardening, baking, and walking to the town square on Sundays. Her dietitian once told her to eat at least 5 eggs every day to keep her muscles strong. She trusted that advice and followed it for years. But one night, Martha had a stroke while home alone. She couldn't reach the phone, and hours passed before a neighbor realized something was wrong and called for help. At the hospital, doctors ran tests. They found her muscle mass had dropped a lot, and her cholesterol levels were too high. Martha was shocked. She thought she had been doing everything right. That's when she met a new specialist. He explained that while eggs aren't bad, they aren't the most efficient protein source for seniors. He introduced her to tempeh, a fermented soybean food full of complete protein, fiber, and key nutrients. He told her that tempeh could help her rebuild muscle, lower inflammation, and boost her overall health. Martha began adding about half a cup of tempeh to her meals 2 or 3 times a week. After just 8 weeks, she went back to the clinic for a checkup. Her blood tests looked better, her strength was returning, and she could once again carry her groceries, tend her garden, and join her church walking group. Martha says this change saved her life. She still eats eggs now and then, but she no longer depends on them as her main protein source. At her senior center, she encourages others to try tempeh too, telling them how it gave her a second chance. For seniors wanting to use tempeh, here's an easy tip. For breakfast, crumble tempeh into a non-stick pan and sauté with olive oil, diced onions, spinach, and a pinch of turmeric. Serve it warm over a slice of whole grain toast with 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seeds sprinkled on top. This would get you 28-gram protein, probiotics for gut health, magnesium for muscle contraction, and antioxidants to lower inflammation. For lunch, steam tempeh for 10 minutes, then cube and toss it in soy sauce, garlic, and paprika. Roast until golden and serve over a bowl of cooked quinoa and roasted broccoli, zucchini, and carrots with a handful of fresh greens. This would get you 32-gram protein, fiber for digestion, complete amino acids for muscle repair, and iron for better energy. For dinner, marinate tempeh slices in lemon juice, olive oil, garlic, and herbs, then grill or bake until lightly crispy. Serve with a side of brown rice and steamed green beans topped with a spoonful of sesame seeds. This would get you 35 grams protein, probiotics for recovery, calcium and magnesium for bone strength, and vitamins to support healthy aging. Now let's look at the next protein source. It's often overlooked, but it actually has twice as much protein as eggs. Protein source number 3, Parmesan cheese. Parmesan cheese packs about 32 to 36 grams of protein per 100 grams, which is more than double the 13 grams in the same amount of eggs. But it doesn't stop there. Parmesan is also rich in calcium, phosphorus, zinc, magnesium, vitamin A and B vitamins. Even better, it's almost completely lactose-free, so seniors who can't handle regular milk often digest it easily. Parmesan also contains casein, a high-quality protein that your body absorbs slowly, and probiotics that help with digestion and immune health. For seniors, this means stronger muscles and bones, thanks to the mix of complete protein and calcium. In fact, a recent clinical trial with older adults at risk of muscle loss found that adding cheese to their diet boosted both muscle mass and strength, helping them fight age-related decline. Take Harold, for example. He's 81 and lives in Rochester, New York. Harold spent most of his life as a piano teacher, giving lessons from his cozy home studio and volunteering at the local community center to help kids learn music. Music was everything to him. But over the past year, Harold began feeling weaker. He couldn't stand for long during lessons and spent more time sitting. He thought it was just part of aging. Then one day, while trying to lift a heavy stack of music books, he felt a sharp pain in his lower back and nearly collapsed. At the clinic, doctors discovered he had serious muscle loss and early signs of bone thinning. His diet was healthy in many ways, but it lacked enough high-quality protein. He had also cut back on dairy because of mild sensitivity, not realizing that some cheeses, like Parmesan, are low in lactose and packed with nutrients. A clinic nutritionist suggested he start adding small servings of Parmesan cheese each day. After just 3 weeks, Harold noticed a big difference. He could stand longer during lessons, his hands felt steadier on the piano keys, and he even started taking morning walks again, something he hadn't done in months. For seniors, using Parmesan is easy. For breakfast, scramble 2 eggs with a handful of spinach, then top with 2 tablespoons of grated Parmesan cheese and serve with a slice of whole grain toast. This would get you 27-gram protein, calcium for bone strength, and B vitamins to support energy and brain health. For lunch, toss cooked whole grain pasta with olive oil, roasted vegetables like zucchini and bell peppers, and 3 tablespoons of shaved Parmesan. Add a side of mixed greens with lemon dressing. This would get you 30-gram protein, calcium and phosphorus for strong bones, and antioxidants from vegetables to fight inflammation. For dinner, bake skinless chicken breast seasoned with herbs and serve with steamed green beans and sweet potato wedges. Sprinkle 3 tablespoons of Parmesan over the chicken and vegetables before serving. This would get you 42-gram protein, highly digestible casein protein for muscle repair, and probiotics to support digestion and immunity. We're now down to the top 2 protein sources on our list. But before we continue, let me ask you, what's your biggest struggle with keeping muscle as you age? Share your thoughts in the comments. I read them all. And don't forget to hit subscribe so you won't miss my daily tips. You can also grab my meal plan in the description below. It gives you the exact steps to start seeing results this week. Protein source number 4, cooked chicken breast. Chicken breast is another powerhouse protein. Just 100 grams of cooked chicken breast gives about 32 grams of protein, more than double the 13 grams found in the same amount of eggs. Beyond protein, chicken breast provides vitamin B6, vitamin B12, choline, selenium, and niacin. These nutrients support metabolism, brain health, joint function, and the immune system. Its lean, easy-to-digest protein makes it an excellent choice for seniors. For older adults, chicken breast helps maintain muscle, lowers the risk of sarcopenia, and speeds recovery after illness or injury. In one study, elderly women who ate boiled chicken breast 3 times a week while doing resistance training gained much more strength and lean muscle than those who only exercised or only ate chicken. Take Gloria, for example. She's 79 and lives in Boise, Idaho. Gloria worked as a school counselor and even after retiring, gave her time to a nonprofit that mentored teenage girls. But as the years passed, she began to slow down. Climbing stairs became difficult, her hands shook while carrying groceries, and she started skipping volunteer meetings out of embarrassment over her fatigue. Then one afternoon, on her way home from the food pantry where she volunteered, Gloria lost her balance and fell. At the hospital, her doctor explained that the fall was likely linked to severe muscle loss caused by not getting enough protein in her diet. At the clinic, tests showed that Gloria's muscle mass had dropped a lot, and her body wasn't getting the protein it needed to recover from even small amounts of stress. She had always believed that fruits, vegetables, and a few eggs here and there were enough to stay healthy. She didn't realize how important protein really was, especially at her age. The clinic's nutritionist explained that older adults actually need more protein than most people think. She recommended that Gloria start eating lean chicken breast regularly. Gloria agreed and began with small steps. 6 weeks later, Gloria felt like herself again. Her energy was back. She could walk farther, stand taller, and laugh more often. She returned to her mentoring sessions and even hosted a wellness talk at the community center. She shared her story with the young girls she worked with, telling them how she had overlooked her body's need for protein and how something as simple as adding chicken breast to her meals had changed everything. One of the girls, whose grandmother was dealing with the same struggles, went home and told her family about what she had learned from Miss Gloria. That moment brought tears to Gloria's eyes. She realized her recovery wasn't just helping her, it was inspiring others too. For seniors, the best way to use chicken for breakfast: dice leftover cooked chicken breast and warm it in a pan with olive oil, spinach, and diced tomatoes. Fold it into an omelet and top with a spoonful of Parmesan cheese. This would get you 32 grams protein, B vitamins for energy, and calcium for bone support. For lunch, grill 120 grams of chicken breast, seasoned with lemon and black pepper, then slice and serve over a quinoa and roasted vegetable salad with a drizzle of olive oil. This would get you 38 grams protein, selenium for immune health, and fiber from vegetables to aid digestion. For dinner, bake chicken breast with garlic and oregano, then serve with steamed broccoli and a small baked sweet potato. Add a spoonful of pumpkin seeds on top for crunch. This would get you 40 grams protein, lean protein for muscle repair, magnesium for recovery, and slow-release carbs for lasting energy. Combining this with 2 to 3 sessions of resistance training per week, such as bodyweight exercises or lifting light weights, makes the benefits even stronger. Together, they support muscle repair, boost energy, and keep the body and mind healthier. By adding chicken breast this way, seniors can maintain muscle, improve metabolism and brain function, reduce fatigue, and stay active and independent for longer. And now, we've reached the top protein source on our list today, and I'm willing to bet you won't see this one coming. Protein source number 5, spirulina. Spirulina is a powerful blue-green algae that's packed with nutrition. It's made up of about 60 to 70% protein by dry weight, which equals around 57 grams of protein per 100 grams. That's more than 9 times the protein you get from the same amount of eggs. Along with its high protein, spirulina is rich in essential amino acids, B vitamins, and strong antioxidants. These nutrients help boost the immune system, support heart health, reduce inflammation, and protect the body from damage. For seniors, spirulina offers a complete protein that's very easy for the body to use. In one study, older adults who took just 8 grams a day for 16 weeks saw major improvements in their antioxidant levels, immune health, and cholesterol. Take Leonard, for example. He's 74 and lives in Flagstaff, Arizona. Leonard spent most of his life teaching high school science. After retiring, he tutored underprivileged students and hosted stargazing nights at the local observatory. But over time, he began feeling weaker and more tired. Walking upstairs left him out of breath, and holding his telescope for too long hurt his arms. He thought it was just part of aging. Then one day, while helping a student carry books, his knees gave out and he fell in the parking lot. Embarrassed, he finally went to the clinic. Tests revealed advanced muscle loss caused by years of low protein in his diet. That's when the clinic's nutritionist recommended something new: spirulina. Leonard had never heard of it before, but he agreed to give it a try. 6 weeks later, Leonard returned to the clinic for his follow-up. His doctor was impressed. Leonard's energy was back, his muscle mass had improved, and his inflammation levels were lower. He told his doctor that he no longer dreaded the stairs, and he was once again lifting his telescope and leading stargazing tours for kids. For breakfast, stir 1 teaspoon spirulina powder into a smoothie made with Greek yogurt, banana, and frozen berries. Pour into a glass and top with a sprinkle of chia seeds for extra fiber. This would get you 22 grams protein, antioxidants to fight inflammation, and probiotics for gut health. For lunch, mix 1 teaspoon spirulina powder into a creamy hummus and spread it over whole grain pita bread. Add grilled chicken slices, cucumber, and tomato for a balanced wrap. This would get you 35 grams protein, essential amino acids for muscle repair, and vitamins B12 and K for energy and bone strength. For dinner, blend 1 teaspoon spirulina into a pesto made with olive oil, garlic, lemon juice, and basil. Toss the pesto with cooked whole grain pasta and top with roasted vegetables and a sprinkle of Parmesan cheese. This would get you 400 grams protein, antioxidants for recovery, and complete protein that's highly bioavailable for seniors. Because it can interact with certain health conditions and medicines, seniors should only buy trusted, third-party tested brands and store the powder in a cool, dry place. Spirulina matters because it's the most protein-dense natural food on Earth by weight. Even NASA and the European Space Agency are studying it for astronaut nutrition. Watching yourself or someone you love grow weaker, forget things, or lose independence is one of the hardest things in life. It's not just the physical changes, it's the worry, the fear, and the sadness that come with it. But here's the good news. You're no longer powerless. You now have tools. You can take steps early. You can protect your strength, your dignity, and your peace of mind. Whether you're a senior yourself or caring for one, remember, you're not alone. There is always hope, and every choice you make can make a real difference. Now let me be honest with you. There are 2 kinds of people watching this video right now. The first group will nod their heads, feel inspired for a moment, and then close this video, only to fall back into the same old habits. Tomorrow they'll eat the same breakfast, skip the healthy choices, and wonder why nothing ever changes. But then there's the second group, the action takers. These are the people who will pause this video right now, write down these 10 vegetables, and make a grocery list. They'll commit to trying at least 3 of them this week. And those are the people who will still be standing tall, moving strong, and living independently at 95. So let me ask you, which group are you in? Comment below and tell me which of these 10 vegetables you're going to try first. And if you're not sure how to prepare them, when to eat them, or how much to have, just ask me in the comments. I read every single one and will reply to your questions myself. Because here's the truth. Knowledge without action changes nothing. Your muscles are waiting for you to take that step. Your independence at 80, 90, and beyond depends on what you do in the next 24 hours. And if you're serious about taking action, you cannot miss tomorrow's video. I'll be revealing the one thing you can start eating today that helps open blood vessels in legs faster than any supplement out there. It even surprised me when I found it. And it costs less than 50 cents a day. So, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications right now so you don't miss it. This could be the missing piece you've been waiting for. Oh, and before you go, I've created a full 30-day muscle recovery meal plan that shows you exactly how to use these vegetables in easy, tasty meals. It comes with shopping lists, prep tips, and meal timing to get the best results. Grab it using the link in the comments below. See you in the next video.